The 10 most expensive transfer in football. Number 10. Paul Pogba, in 2016 from Juventus to Manchester United. €105 million. Manchester United have completed the transfer of Paul Pogba from Juventus for a world record transfer fee of £89 million. The France international has signed a 5-year contract, and the €105 million fee will potentially increase to £93 million through several add-on clauses. Number 9. Ousmane Dembele, in 2017 from Borussia Dortmund to Barcelona. €105 million plus €45 million. Barcelona have completed a deal to sign Borussia Dortmund forward Ousmane Dembele for an initial £96.8 million, potentially rising to £135.5 million. Number 8. Romelu Lukaku, in 2021 from Inter Milan to Chelsea. €115 million. Chelsea have confirmed the signing of Romelu Lukaku from Internazionale on a contract to 2026. They have paid a club record €115 million, £97.5 million, for the striker, who returns to Stamford Bridg 10 years after joining from Anderlecht and becomes football's most expensive player in cumulative transfer fees at £289 million. Number 7. Jack Grealish, in 2021 from Aston Villa to Manchester City. €117 million. Manchester City are delighted to announce the signing of Jack Grealish on a 6-year deal. The 25-year-old midfielder joins from Aston Villa, having made 213 appearances over the course of 8 seasons, scoring 32 goals and assisting 43. Jack Grealish is a player who possesses wonderful natural ability and flair, a rare talent who will add a new dimension to City's potent attack. Number 6. Antoine Griezmann, in 2019 from Atletico Madrid to Barcelona. €120 million. FC Barcelona has paid the €120 million buyout clause to release Antoine Griezmann from Atletico Madrid. The player will sign a contract with his new club for the next 5 seasons, through to the 30th of June 2024, with a buyout clause of €800 million. The Frenchman can play anywhere in the front three, although his usual position is on the left wing. Griezmann is a very mobile player who can score and also create goals. He is also very quick on the counter-attack and dangerous with his shots from distance and from set pieces. With his arrival at FC Barcelona, the Frenchman takes another step forward in his career with the goal of consolidating his place as one of the best players in the world. Number 5. Philippe Coutinho, in 2018 from Liverpool to Barcelona. €120 million plus €40 million. Barcelona will sign Liverpool midfielder Philippe Coutinho in a £142 million deal, one of the most expensive transfers of all time. The Reds are expected to receive £105 million up front, a British record, for the 25-year-old Brazil international, with the rest in realistic add-ons. The playmaker will sign a 5.5-year deal at the Nou Camp and will have a buyout clause of €400 million, £355 million. Number 4. Enzo Fernandez, in 2023 from Benfica to Chelsea. €121 million. Chelsea have signed midfielder Enzo Fernandez from Benfica for a British record £106.8 million. Deal for Argentine surpasses the £100 million Manchester City paid for Jack Grealish from Aston Villa 18 months ago. The 22-year-old has signed an 8.5-year deal at Stamford Bridge. Chelsea had been in talks to sign the World Cup winner throughout January, but Benfica had refused to do business unless the Blues paid his €120 million release clause. Number 3. Joao Felix, in 2019 from Benfica to Atletico Madrid. €126 million. Atletico Madrid's new record signing Joao Felix has vowed not to be weighed down by the impact compatriot Cristiano Ronaldo made in the city as he attempts follow in his footsteps. The 19-year-old Portugal striker, who had earlier trained with his teammates for the first time, was unveiled at a press conference by Atletico on Monday after completing his €127.2 million move from Benfica last week. Diego Simeone has said this summer presents the most difficult project he has undertaken as a manager. After Atletico Madrid made Joao Felix the third most expensive footballer in the world when they announced his signing for €126 million from Benfica last week, Simeone got the help he wanted. He is getting an exciting young footballer to create and score goals, but Felix's arrival also presents a challenge in that Atletico are resting their hopes on a teenager. Number 2. Kylian Mbappe, in 2017 from Monaco to Paris Saint-Germain. €145 million plus €35 million. Paris Saint-Germain have announced the signing of Kylian Mbappe from Monaco. The 18-year-old striker joins on an initial season-long loan deal and will sign a permanent 4-year contract next July, when PSG have an option to make the transfer permanent for a fee understood to be worth £166 million. Mbappe has been pursued by most of Europe's top clubs this summer after his goals helped Monaco win the French title and reach the last four of the Champions League last season. The Parisian has chosen the club he supports, and he told the PSG website, "It is with great joy and pride that I join Paris Saint-Germain." Number 1. The most expensive transfer in football. Neymar. In 2017 from FC Barcelona to Paris Saint-Germain. €222 million. After renewing with the Catalan club last November, Neymar's release clause went up from €190 million to €222 million. If the Parisians wanted their man, they would have to cough up the whole amount of the release clause, paying the biggest transfer fee ever. After a few internal meetings, the PSG hierarchy decided that the club could afford to recruit the superstar. The player and PSG quickly agreed on a 5-year deal worth €30 million net per season. In Paris, Dani Alves, one of Neymar's best friends and a former Barcelona teammate, lobbied for his fellow Brazilian to join him in Paris where he had just signed. Despite the agreement being in place, the player was still not sure what to do. His father, Neymar Sr., who was the biggest influence on him, wanted him to stay in Catalonia. Neymar Jr. does not usually contradict him. He did this time. Everything was ready. The unveiling could start. Neymar arrived in Paris by private jet on Friday morning, the first day of his new life.